Good evening, everyone. I wanted us to have a live discussion, but the network has decided to disappoint us. Perhaps we can have it tomorrow, but for now, we can just do a video, then the discussion should continue in the group. Okay, so to start with, we shall look at matrix, that is matrices. Okay, matrices, we have questions in paper 1 and paper 2. These are usual questions. So paper 1, we have questions on finding the inverse, finding the transpose, then also multiplying of matrices. Then paper 2, we have questions on finding the inverse. Okay, so we shall start with paper 1 questions, where we have to find the transpose and also multiplication. Now, before we start with, first of all, we can look at the definition of a matrix. Okay, so in simple words, I'll just dictate, then you can write there. So a matrix is simply a rectangular array. A matrix is a rectangular array of elements in form of rows and columns. Okay, this is columns. Okay, now to symbolize a matrix, you can have A, B. So if you look at this one, so I've written A and B in one line, in the same line. We call that line or that order they have followed. That one is called the column. So the A and B are arranged in a column. Okay, so then you have C and D. So C and D are also in the same line. That is called a column also. So in this case, we have a matrix which has two columns. Which one is the first column? The first column is this one, where we have A and B. The second one is this one, where we have C and D. So in short, rows, as we go this way, horizontally, these are rows. Then as we go vertically, these are columns. So in short, here we have 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. What are the rows here? The rows, I'm saying as you go horizontally. So we have line 1, line 2. So this is a row. This is another row. So we have 2 lines going vertically, so horizontally. So those are called the rows. Then going down, we have this line where we have C and D. We also have this line where we have A and B. So those are called the columns. Okay, so let's look at this question. We'll look at this example. We have 1, 2, 3. So how many lines of numbers are going are arranged in a horizontal form or horizontal arrangement. So we only have one line here, which is this line. So this is called a column. Since it is one, so we have one column. So we only have one line going horizontally like that. So that's what it vertically. So this is one column. Now, how many numbers do we have? How many lines do we have going horizontally? So here we count 1. This is line number 1, number 2, number 3. So we have 3 rows. Here we have 3 rows, 1 column. So this is 3 rows, 1 column. What about this one? 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many lines do we have that are going downwards? Or the horizontal lines of numbers. So we have 2. So vertical lines. So we have line number 1, line number 2, going down, going down. So this is column number 1. This is column number 2. What about lines going in this manner? So this is line number 1, row number 1, row number 2, row number 3. So this is 3 rows, 2 columns. Okay. What about this one? 4, 5, 6. So in this one, how many lines do we have that are going? How many vertical lines do we have? So here we have, in each line we have only have one number. So this is number 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 columns. Then going this way, we only have one number. So we only have one line going horizontally. So this is 3. So this is 1 row. Okay. So you should be able to differentiate the rows and the columns. So I'm saying rows, you count the lines of numbers going this way, the columns going this way. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 columns, 1 row going this way. We only have 1. Okay. Now, from here, what are we going to look at? We are going to look at what we are calling as a transpose. Transpose. Okay, now when finding the transpose of a matrix, what are we looking at? So here, the rows change to columns. So when finding the transpose, you simply change the rows to columns. So for example, we have matrix A, 2, 3. So here, if you look at this matrix, it has 2 columns, 1, then we have column number 2. So going this way, we have 1, 2. Then row, we only have one line. one line going this way, so that is a row. So now how do you change matrix A to A transpose? So now to ask you the question, they will say find A power T there. So that simply means transpose. So we need to find the transpose of matrix A. So now how do you find this transpose? So say, so since original matrix has one row, so now this row which have A transpose is equal to, so just change this row to a column, meaning that if you lay Tora a mini cafe like this. So this is a transpose. So this is a transpose. This is maybe example number 1. Example number 2, we have B is equal to 1, 4, 6. So we have one row going this way, we have one line. Then here we have 3 lines. So this is one row, 3 columns. Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, but one row. How do you find the transpose of this matrix B? So again, just like the first question, you just say B T is equal to, so aka ka row aka kara imini nafi 1, 4, 6. So it was Sanga transpose of this matrix. Okay, for other questions, I'll be able to attend as we discuss in the group. So we can proceed. So we are finding the transpose of a matrix. Okay, now what if we have this question? M is equal to 1, 4, 0, 6, 5, 7. How do you find the transpose? Well, let's have maybe one with some negatives there. Find M raised to the power T, that is transpose of matrix M. Okay, so same. So just like we were doing previously, we are saying, so first I find the number of rows we have here. So here going this way, we have 2 lines. The first line is the second line, this one. So we have 1 row number 2. So 2 rows. So -1, 4, and the 0 in the first row, then 6, -5, and 7 in the second row. But how many columns? You count lines area vertically. So this is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3. So those are columns. So we have 2 rows and 3 columns. Now how do you find the transpose of this matrix? So remember we said I am a rows yara chinja to matrix. So e row yara imenina, starting with -1, 4, then 0. That is it. That will be the first. So the first row becomes the first column. The next, we have this line here, which is row number 2. 6, -5, 7. This will be our second column. So Nishpasanga transpose. So these are usual questions that you find, that you shall find in papers. In every paper you shall meet. That is for paper 1. Okay, last example in transpose. So we have D, matrix D is equal to 4, -7, 6, 3. So again here, this is a 2 by 2 matrix because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So the question they can ask is find D transpose. So they can say find the transpose, they can write the word transpose of matrix D, or they can just use that symbol, which is power T. So just know that they are looking for the transpose. So how do you find the transpose? Again, look at here, you look at 2 lines, line number 1, line number 2, line 1, line 2. These are columns 1, 2. These are columns, and then rows go this way 1, 2. So 2 rows, 2 columns. Now how do you change this to a transpose? So you say, so we shall start with this one. So this line, starting for the -7 down there. The next one, you go to this one. We shall have 6 on top, 3 down. So this would be the transpose. So this would be the transpose.